Health is like your playlist. You never know what's coming next, whether you need a checkup, flu medicine, or something more urgent. You need to know where to go. Enter Emory, with access to over 120 primary care locations and nearly 60-minute clinics and urgent care centers across the region, where you're in the hands of specially trained doctors and nurses, so you're covered no matter what. Click on this banner to find a location near you.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish the tea. And your dish darlings, with Big Meach.
Can't wait. Time to dish tea with Big Meach. Time to dish tea with Big Meach. Time to dish tea with Big Meach. Time to dish tea with Big Meach.
Darling. And hello out there in Blog Talk Radio land, here in the glorious United States of America and across the globe. Hello to all of my friends in Germany and Italy and France and the Caribbean islands and all of those who are within the sound of my wonderful voice. And I just this. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. Honey, I hope you have all of your company together because, darling, it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach. Babies, I'm sitting up here, and I got my little notebook to work in, right? Now, to catch this, I swear to you, I cannot buy this, honey. I can't even pay for life to do this. This bitch was sitting up on my lap just as cute, okay? Just as cute as she want to be, and she's working properly. Why is it that as soon as I start to talk to you guys and do my opening comments, this bitch slides off my lap, falls on the floor, she done broke some kind of way, the frame of this damn just done cracked. I swear to you, it's just, you know, God keeping me humble. It's God keeping me humble, that's all. But, my darlings, honey, we're coming to you on this Thursday evening. You guys know that my schedule has been a little bit that way, so because of that, our regular time, Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, honey, has been altered while I go through all the shenanigans of this particular schedule. We'll be back to our regular show day and time soon. Just let me navigate through my schooling and carrying on. And once I get through this navigation, honey, we'll be back at our regularly scheduled time. However, for those of you who are still with me and following me and whatever, I thank you for joining me and for staying tuned with me and doing all of those lovely old lovelies, honey. Thank you, okay? So with that being said, honey, guys, it's been an interesting last 7 days, okay? Last 7 days indeed. Because one of the things I'm very excited about is that Dishing Tea with Big Meach, as of July 1st, we turned 8 years old. Happy anniversary to the television. Okay, now that's something. To the radio program, but I'm going to claim that as well, that we're going to do more things coming down the pipeline, honey. As you guys know, if you're following me on Facebook, I'm starting to do a couple of visual things with the Facebook Lives and carrying on. So a lot of the things that you're going to hear in future shows or whatever will be stuff that I've started on the Facebook Live or on a YouTube post or whatever, and we're going to bring it here to the radio format just to expand the topic, to give you a chance to give your feedback. And as always, honey, you get to be my co-host because it's don't come out of a bag, telling everything that you want to talk about. We can talk about it right here and right now. But there's one proviso, honey. If you decide to come out of a bag on me, baby love, sugar plum apple dumplings, okay, fresh and flaky croissant muffins, baby, I will come out of a bigger bag on you, even if it simply means just hanging the fuck up on your call. Okay. Okay. So having said that, honey, yes, we're going to get some things started and all of that. If you want to come in on this conversation, the number to call is 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. All you have to do is press the number 1, just hit it one time, and that lets me know that you have something to say, and I will bring you in at the appropriate time, okay? Oh, darling, thank you. We don't have any special announcements to give you at this particular time, but I will say this, that save the dates or whatever and keep your eyes and your ears to the ground because yours truly, my second book, Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations, will be released soon. I'm not going to give you the release date because I'm still working on a couple of things, but it will be coming out soon. So just hold your horses with me, honey. Stay there because it is the companion piece to my first book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. and we're going to take you even further along the journey. Honey, we've got some new stuff coming up in the works for you, some new pieces of information that I believe will give you an opportunity to jumpstart conversation. Whether you agree or disagree, it will get the conversation going and will allow you to prosper and allow you to come into your own authenticity, into who you are to be, into your wholeness, into your greatness, into your superior divine self. How about that? Okay. So again, revelations, affirmations, and confirmations will be released soon. That there is coming the companion piece to awakenings, epiphanies along a spiritual journey. We'll keep you guys posted on the release date. So that is to come. Okay? So having said all those things, let me say here that Dishing Tea with Big Meach is for mature audiences, and the language and the subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and or responsible enough to handle the situation at hand. So your listening discretion is advised. I will repeat. Dishing Tea with Big Meach is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and or responsible enough to handle the situation at hand. So your listening discretion is advised, honey. I'm well over 47 years old, honey. I have earned the right to every 3, 4, or 5, or 17, or 52, or 192 syllable and or letter word that comes out of my mouth, honey. Now, I don't know what bag I'm coming out of, but just know that I'm coming out of something, honey. So if you're at work or wherever you are, please govern yourself accordingly, because none of you bitches will come to me at the Walgreens, the Walmart, the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, honey, and whether I'm at Saks Fifth Avenue or at the Marta bus stop, wherever I am, none of you will come to me and say, oh, Big Meach, I done got demerits, I done got rolled up, I done got whatever, because you did not govern yourself accordingly, honey. If you're at a job or somewhere where you're around business folks or whatever, turn your radios down to a respectful level or put your headphones on, huh? If you're around, if you're at a place where there's children around you, if you're at home or whatever, put the kids in the other room with the other flat screen and let them watch Dora or SpongeBob or Bert and Ernie or Kate and Allie or Laverne and Shirley or Cagney and Lacey. Let them watch something, honey, because now is the time for the grown and sexy to become the seasoned and sophisticated. How about that? Okay. So please govern yourself accordingly, and we will get into all of that, okay? So what I'm going to do here, let me take a little commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to get this discussion on and popping. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Now, how come this thing? Oh, Lord, that's not what I'm trying to do. There we go. And I'll talk to you in a few moments.
Trigg Laboratories manufactures premium sexual wellness and consumer healthcare products and is the parent company of Wet International Incorporated, one of the world's best-selling lines of personal lubricants and intimacy products. We carry a large variety of personal and flavored lubricants, flavored heating massage lotions, and aromatherapy heating massage oils. Whether you need a little or a lot, Wet has you covered. Our line of high-quality, innovative, and unique products are formulated using only the finest ingredients at our FDA-approved facility, meeting the strictest manufacturing standards. Wet is available worldwide at specialty stores and online retailers and at pharmacies nationwide. For more information or to find a retailer near you, log on to www.stayswetlonger.com. Trigg Laboratories. We create fun, quality, trusted products to innovate your intimacy.
Choosing art and custom framing is a personal experience, and at Eric's I've Been Framed, our consultants work closely with you to bring your vision to life, leaving you with more than a picture. We create showpieces and heirlooms for your family to enjoy for generations. Come and experience our creativity for yourself. Eric's I've Been Framed is located at 16527 Livernois Avenue in Detroit, Michigan. For more information, call 313-861-9263. Dishing Tea Entertainment, deliciously exposing your palate to a cornucopia of rainbow-colored dreams and a black and white reality, while cultivating the masses through a delicate blend of stage, screen, television, radio, print, and social media initiatives. For more information about Dishing Tea Entertainment, call Big Meach at 404-914-5610 or visit www.dishingtea.com. Maggie Lee's Community Center offers a unique array of programs designed to improve the lifestyle and well-being of the community. Located at 7700 Puritan Avenue in Detroit, Maggie Lee's Community Center specializes in child care and latchkey services, as well as senior citizen activities and block club functions. For more information about Maggie Lee's Community Center, call 313-737-9042. Maggie Lee's Community Center, giving the people a chance to show how much they have to contribute. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in urban culture and lifestyle. Spearheaded by the Henry Hingers of hip-hop, Mr. Angelo Ellaby, Double Exposure serves to educate its clients about the dollars and cents of the music industry. For more information about Double Exposure Media Relations, call 201-224-6510. 201-224-6510. Double Exposure Media Relations.
Love
You never miss the water till the well runs dry. And we are back. We are back. If you're just tuning in, thank you for coming on in. Thank you for your love and your support here at Dishing Tea with Big Meach, honey. Where, honey, we giving it to you the way it's given to us. Fierce and fabulously done, honey. Never shady or cynical. Okay? We are here, darling, to give it to you. We're going to do some delicious tea because I got a few things, baby, that just came across my desk that is going to sit down here, honey. If it don't burn your tongue, honey, it's going to soothe all those vocal cords, baby, because it's going to give you something to go out there and to talk about or whatever, okay? So if you want to come in on the conversation, the number to call is 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183, plus the number 11 dime. And I'll let you know you have something to say, and I'll bring you in, honey, at the appropriate time. Now, as I said, honey, you are my co-host whenever we do these Don't Come Out of the Bags because I love it. 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 Just to give you the opportunity to come on board and to let your voice be heard. Now, today we will be reflecting on past shows. I think I'm going to the past and do a couple of things and go down memory lane with you for a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. As we are discussing a few topics that have plagued my mind since we've last spoken. In this special edition, you will be my co-host, and we can talk about any and everything that is on your mind right here, right now, with the one proviso. I keep saying this, honey. If you decide to come out of a bag on me, I'm coming out of a bigger bag on you, okay? So, yes, indeed. Now, here are a few things that are on my mind that have entered my consciousness this week, okay? Now, first off, we got breaking news, because this just came to me just before I went on the air. I was checking my emails and things and, just trying to get together. And, darling, the High Pontiff, honey, somebody way up there in the Vatican, honey, this one particular cat is one of the assistants to the Pope himself, honey. There has been an upset because this particular child just got arrested for drugs and having this big old orgy party up in the Vatican, child. All these Menzies were together, honey, engaged in homosexual sex and drugs, honey, in the Vatican. Wait a minute, I'm gagging so. Darlings, I mean, it's not, and I'm not gagging because, I'm in shock that these things take place, honey, because that's not the gag at all, honey. The gag is, baby, that these children that set up there, honey, and this was going on for years. And here is the gag. The gag is that the department that this is going on in, these are the children, honey, who sit down and investigate the other kids who have had sexual misconduct charges brought against them. So these are the folks who look over those particular cases. Yes, this department in the Vatican City are the ones, honey, who have been having all of the damn orgy parties, and they're doing all these illicit drugs and things and blase, yakety, smackety up there in the Vatican City. Can you stand it? Can you stand it, children? I'm here to tell you the God honest truth. I don't know how to handle it. Okay? But wait a minute. I've got to find, I just had the dang do-wop, diddy, jackety, boom, because I wanted to make sure that I gave it to you, but I'm hoping I didn't erase it or get rid of the file in this. But anyway, I'm going to keep going while I try to find this file. But that just came across the wire, okay? Now, here's another thing that tickled my fancy, but negatively, because I'm a little bit pissed about this, which is one of the things that's on my mind for this particular part of the conversation. There's a story here that this coach, his name was Carlos Bell. He was a high school coach of some sort. I believe he was football or one of these little coaches, child, where he had just been arrested because he was being sexually inappropriate with many of his male students. Okay? Now, according to what's going on here, this child is also HIV positive and has been doing this for a number of times. It's been a little bit of a minute. And what is probably most disturbing is that he had these students come over to his house, and he got videotapes of him doing it with the kids. He done videotaped them, and this, that, and the other. You know, they said he got all kinds of child pornography up on his computer and everything. Now, I'm going to say this because with this whole thing about child pornography, I get a little bit weary when they start throwing that around, because what we have to understand is that anything that is under the age of 18, because since 18 is the legal age of an adult, anything under the age of 18 is still considered to be a child. And they say high school. So these particular boys were 14, 15, 16, 17 years of age. And the problem with that, between that 15 and 17 stage, when the bodies are developing and carrying on, they get a little hair on their chest, they start growing their little mustaches or whatever, they start to step up as if they are men. And oftentimes they become very precocious. So sometimes these little suckers end up manipulating situations, and then it becomes thrown out of proportion. I'm only saying that because I'm looking at both sides of this coin, and I am one who, when I was 15, 16, and 17, I knew exactly what I was doing when I was scheming for sex and carrying on with older people. Okay, I knew what I was doing and carrying on, so I was one of those precocious teens. So because of that, I'm speaking from experience, and I keep saying it's a little bit more to it than just calling them kids all the time, because that there may not be the case. And, you know, we hear it all the time where we have a lot of people who will come through and they may, you know, try to use their sexual wiles or whatever to get head or, you know, try to put somebody in a trick bag because they are precocious and all of those kinds of things. So with this, you know, that may be a possibility. However, the whole thing of him videotaping this shit, no, he's going down, honey. He's going down because now you got evidence of you with the folk. And I don't know. Now, according to this, no one knows if he had told everybody he was HIV positive or not. That they were still in the works and the story has to unfold. But, yeah, school coach. And one of the things that's on my mind, with the desecration of our educational system here in the United States of America, we are hearing far too often about teachers becoming involved with their students. What the hell is this, children? Why are we acting as if we do not know how to control our loins? Huh? Now, understandable that, you know, shit happens, and folks sit up there, and just like I said, if people push the right buttons, honey, you know, they could get some shit started. I got that. At the same time, though, you are the professional. Why are you in a situation on the school property where those kinds of situations, or you in those kind of predicaments on school property? How is it that you get that comfortable, or, you know, go into the little cubby holes or whatever with a damn student? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, it does not make sense to me. And I'm going to share this because I can see how it happens, but it still doesn't make sense. Because when I was working at one of these adult educational facilities, I can't stand them calling them that because nowhere is a 16-year-old a damn adult. However, these are second chance high schools. Either you go to school or you go to jail kind of things. And I was security supervisor at one of them. And I tell you, this young man come up in here, and I did not realize he was a student when I first met him, honey. He was everything that I love in a boy, honey. Love in a boy. Okay? He was about 5'11", okay? a good 285 pounds solid. That little motherfucker, honey, tickled my fancy, big old fat ass on him. He was cute, had a nice little beard, a mustache, and things. This motherfucker was rocking until I found out he was 17. 17, honey. And I had to tell myself, I said, this is a child and a student. And so I had to set my boundaries. Now, he kind of clocked that I was into him. I guess it's which I know I have one of those faces that I don't have a poker face child. So in him clocking all that, honey, he tried to sit down there and to work me on a couple of occasions to get little passes, to get excused from classes or whatever. And I wasn't having it. I'm like, oh, no, honey, I'm an old queen, baby. That ain't going down like that. You got to come a lot more than just try to sit there, bat your eyes, and put your hand on my knee and think something's going to happen. Because that don't work, you know. And when he found out that it wasn't working, he ended up getting into a fight and got expelled and you know, got out of my hair. But nonetheless, you know, he became the aggressor and trying to sit down there and use his little wow to woo me. And I had to tell him, honey, I'm not wooable like that. You're 17. There ain't nothing you can do. A child can do shit but get on my nerves and spend my money faster than me because they always want something. That's all children can do. Okay, and shit. What is this? So I don't understand how teachers and coaches and carrying on develop such an intimate place with their students. Now, I understand confidentiality and getting them, you know, coming to a place where, you know, you wanting the students to trust you and blah. I get all that, but there's still boundaries. So why is it that we're hearing too much or so much of these damn teachers and the professionals in these relationships with students? We need to come to some kind of consensus on that. I'm not understanding that. Okay? Here's another thing that gets me, okay? And I'm going to be revisiting this topic, and y'all not gonna like it because you didn't like it the first time, and that's fine. You ain't got to, but we can have the discussion. And that there, well, first off, the discussion is about all these damn fights and shit up on Facebook. I mean, Facebook and YouTube, because once they go up on YouTube, everybody want to share them and carrying on. I just happened to, I was at work last night, and I came across something that I was in agreement with, because the name of this particular video was called Guys Who Hit Back. Okay, and it was a compilation of videos where the guys actually hit these girls back, you know? And in every situation that they had up there, I was like, okay, so now what? You know, and of course, there was still the whole idea that people were saying, oh, you shouldn't, you know, that's a girl, you shouldn't hit her. But if you saw the beginning of this video, where she's sitting up there antagonizing him, and there's a couple of them that said, go on, girl, go on, you know, go on. You know, called him a bitch in front of his friends, and, you know, a bitch nigga and all that kind of shit. You know, came up and slapped him in his face. Hell, a couple of the girls came up and just swung, you know, like they're in the boxing ring, just swung. And the dude sat down there, and a few of the girls got body slammed. A few of them got the shit knocked out of them. One girl got laid out. I mean, he hit her so hard, she was on the ground, just knocked out cold. And now everybody want to sit up there and jump. Oh, man, that's a female. That's a female. That's a female. She knew she was a motherfucking bitch when she sat up there and swung that goddamn punch. Don't do it. Now, see, I know y'all ain't going to like me for it. I give two simplest in the damn, because I am one. I do not advocate violence. I do not advocate anyone to sit down there and to go after women and carry on, because I do not like that. I grew up in an abusive household, and I knew what it is when a man knows that he can overpower or think he can overpower a woman, start shit, and then think because he's a man that it's supposed to mean something and he's supposed to lay down the law. I do not advocate that, because there is not that. But now, as I've said before, we're in a culture now where women think have become the men that they think that they want. So we got a lot of women, honey, who will stand up and think that they can go toe-to-toe with a lot of dudes. and then you go throwing swing punches and shit because you done Tae-boed and you done been to these little martial arts classes or whatever, and think that you tough and rough or whatever. Hell, Wonder Woman movie done came out now, so everybody thinking they Artemis and shit, and one of the Amazons, honey, on the island. Okay, good. If you gonna jump like that, bitch, then know that you finna get you go get whatever coming out of that. If you think you can whoop his ass, okay, I'm not saying that you can't. But bitch, don't sit down there and get your ass up on your shoulders or think we supposed to have sympathy because you got knocked the fuck out. I don't have any. I sat down there, I looked at that shit, I said, okay, that's what she get. And I wanted to jump through the screen on a couple of them because, you know, the dude's going to sit up there and going to jump on the dude. And, man, what's wrong with you? What the fuck you mean what's wrong with me? Why didn't you pull this bitch? And then y'all see me walk away. I done went to my car. I done got the fuck away. This bitch comes following me, and then she going to swing? Fuck you. No, she get her ass whooped. And I done said, leave me the fuck alone. I don't advocate that. I do not advocate for it to be this thing where you're supposed to just overpower somebody. But if you're going to stand up and say it's just like that anybody else, we teach that to our kids. You don't let nobody hit you. You don't let nobody run all over you. What do we tell kids? You hit the one with the mouth and everybody else will leave you alone. Ain't that what we say? If you hit the one that got all the mouths, everybody else will leave it alone. And what happened? That bitch she walk up, popping her gums and bumping them teeth and carrying on, honey. And then when she starts swinging and want to be, you know, trying to embarrass somebody and this, that, and the other, calling him all kind of bitch niggas and this, that, and the other because you want to step bad. Okay. All right, cool. Step bad, ho. Step bad. Because now it's a one-on-one situation now. It is one-on-one, and I'm in the mood, I'm in defense mode. Now, because you have set up there and done this or another. I tell this to women all the time if it was the other way around. If a dude came up on you, you know, like that and carried on and was trying to scare you or intimidate you, if you kicked his ass in the nuts and carried on and dropped his ass, okay, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's all acceptable when it's done that way. Oh, girl, yeah, honey, because he wasn't supposed to. But when it's the other way around and this bitch want to sit down here and act like she got a nutsack that is indestructible, oh, okay, yeah. You get knocked the fuck out, too. I don't want to hear about you, how many children you got. I don't want to hear about how female you are because you knew all that shit when you wanted to step bad. Don't come telling me about how that's a female. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You better, I wouldn't, please. Everybody who knows me know a bitch say that to me. If it ever comes down to it like that, and I have to hit a bitch to get her the fuck up off of me, and somebody sit down there and say, oh, that's a female, they getting popped in the motherfucking mouth too. That's just how I feel about it. Because, bitch, how fucking dare you? You didn't tell that bitch, oh, that's a dude. Why you sit there fucking with the dude? You didn't get her. Why the fuck you got to now acknowledge how much of a female she is? Because she want to step bad. Now, here's the thing. She stepped bad, knock you. I seen a video where the girl knocked the dude in the face. I mean, a nice hit. Okay. Now, if he had just walked away from that, now he got to sit down there and live it down as if, you know, it was supposed to be, or you let a girl kick your ass. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this. Because oftentimes that's the code of the malehood. Okay. That whole thing, you don't let a sister, you don't let a bitch, you don't let somebody just punk you out like that. It's not about that because oftentimes when you want to turn away from it, you know, a dude will take a hit here and there just to, okay, you did your little piece, you mad, okay, fine. If you want to keep stepping, you want to step. See, back in the day, and y'all know, looking at television and shit, you know, back in the day when a woman got upset, honey, she used to slap a man in the face. And it was all about the slap, or slap him on the shoulder. Or if she balled her fist, she hit him in his arm or whatever, on his shoulder, or hit him in his chest, you know, and carried on. And the men would chuckle or whatever. And, you know, because apparently, you know, she had no strength. and it was supposed to be she's the weaker sex and all that old bullshit. But now women have gotten into their own. You know, they work out. You know, they take self-defense courses, honey. They sit down there. They know how to be a little bit more agile. They know how to sit down there and maneuver. A lot of them, more than just exercise, shit, they start out taking boxing and carrying on. You know, they become athletes and things. And, you know, hell, they have to do what they have to do to defend themselves so that they're not seen as some little weakling or this, that, and the other. But then you got those who take that, and because they think they know that, they end up abusing that power, you know, and abusing that little leverage that they're supposed to have. And then they say, oh, that means I'm supposed to take this down because you're trying to prove a point. And any time a bitch jumps bad like that, in my book, she will get dealt with. You understand? She will get dealt with. I don't care who she is. Honey, she'll get dealt with. Because there's a difference between defending yourself and when you're trying to step bad because you're trying to prove something. Bitch, fuck you. And then the first time somebody tell me how much of a female you are, I'm fucking them up too. Now, how about that? So, yeah. So that, you know, all this stuff here on Facebook and YouTube and this, that, and the other, has the idea of being famous really infiltrated us and all of our common senses? Huh? Some of the things that have been made public seem to become just a complete embarrassment to the world. And a lot of these fighting videos and things, you know, have become very senseless. You know, oftentimes, you know, it's a whole bunch of nothingness. Well, most of the time, fights are over nothing anyways. It's always about ego and shit, and everybody trying to prove something, you know. But oftentimes, we end up having that particular thing to where folks put it up on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, Instagram and Snapchat and all that shit because they want instant fame. You know, they want folks to know what this is going on and carrying on and blah, 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 blah. And then here's the other thing to that. Everybody who's standing around, now you see how the fight going. Y'all don't try to break the shit up or nothing. Everybody will pull out their damn phone talking about world star, and all this old stupid ass shit. You know, instead of stopping the fight, you know, come on. Why do we let that? We have become such a barbaric society again. Y'all remember, y'all seen movies and stuff about the Roman Empire and the big Colosseums and stuff, and how the entertainment, they get everybody to come out to the big Colosseum to watch the folks fight and to the death and carry on in here. It's become so barbaric, you know, and so this and so that, to where we have now become that type of entertainment again, thanks to social media. Now, is it social media's fault, or is it that we have just abused it because we're trying to keep it real? Y'all know that expression just works me, because oftentimes what we claim is keeping it real becomes a bunch of buffoonery. It becomes a bunch of slapstick shit that makes no sense to the general masses. I won't say it won't make no sense, because the people who are involved in it, whatever that is, it makes sense to them because they found this to be an issue that they're discussing, arguing about, the fight about, you know, like we have with the Housewives, you know, and all those particular type of reality shows, to where when it's about to go down, now it only makes sense to the people that's involved, okay? That there is that. And my other point that I have is a call to action. Okay, now many of you may have seen my Father's Day post that I did for Facebook, and I said in the post that we need to get back to teaching our children our skills and our trades. Remember how back when we were kids, those of you who are in my age bracket or older, whatever the skills were that your parents had, they imparted those skills onto the child, to teach you a hustle, to teach you an honest hustle, to make a living and carry on, to show you how to do this. If your dad worked on cars or was a mechanic or whatever, he showed you how to work on your car and things, and basically it was to get, if you knew how to work on cars, you could have a hustle. You can make a couple of dollars to keep the food on the table, okay? Or mama showed you how to bake that cake and gave you some grandma's recipes or whatever, and things in order for you to sit down there and maybe you could have the bake sale at the church or whatever, so you can keep a couple of dollars on you. If your daddy cut hair, your mama did hair or whatever. Those particular skills, we used to teach that to our children, and taught them a trade, in addition to encouraging them to go to school so that they can become well-rounded. And we need to return a particular kind of practice. Well, you know what, let me take that back because, we do it. It's just that look at how we do it. I said in the video that we get caught up in these little cliches. It takes a village to raise a child. Okay? Black folks ought to stick together. There's no unity in the community. All these damn cliches, and we just become a festering boil of cliches because we say that shit so much to where it has no substance anymore. And how can the village raise a child when the village has become the villain? Yeah, I said it. The village has become the villain because instead of showing our children an honest hustle, a cute hustle, what do? We show them how to be pimps callers and pimps ballers and shot callers. We teach them how to run the drugs, how to sell the pills, how to this, that, and the other, all the illegal stuff. We teach them how to boost. We teach them how to go and write the checks and carry it on. We teach them the stunts. But we have not taught them how to make an honest hustle that's going to keep on without them having to look over their shoulders. Whatever happened to teaching your child about cutting the grass and carrying on so that they can go down the street to go talk to Miss Johnson or Miss Smith or whatever, our elderly folks and things, and get their grasses together. They like to, how it is. Don't you step on my grass. You know how they are about their grass and stuff. How come we have not taught them about cutting the grass? For those of you who live in colder climates where the snow is, we don't teach them how to get out there to hustle to shovel the snow, or how to get out there to hustle to help unstick somebody for those who got stuck in the snow. You see what I'm saying? We taught that. We don't teach that anymore. And this is a call to action. So those are some of the things that are on my mind at the moment. I'm going to go to the phone line. I say I got a hand up over here. 313-658. I'm bringing you in, baby. Come on and talk to me. And tell me, honey, what's on your mind.
Hey, Big
Meach. Your line is open.
Hey, Big Meach.
Hey, what's snapping is Captain?
Baby, trying to stay cool, because I seen the devils on the corner shooting dice. It's warm. It's warm.
You feel
I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get adjusted to summer in the South. I ain't used to this. This is exorbitant heat. I ain't never seen 3 digits. Maybe once or twice I've seen a 100 or a 101. But yesterday it said the heat index was 113. I said, oh, air conditioning will be.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't for that happening. I'm too cute. I'll melt away. Come on now.
Oh, well, come on now. Well, chocolate does that, honey, when you keep it out in the heat too long.
I'm just saying.
Well, cool beans, honey. Cool beans.
Mm-hmm. My thing is, I was listening to you on your soapbox. My thing is, you can't trust the coaches and the teachers at the schools. Oh my Jesus, for real.
Right.
Where you go? Man, when I was a kid, you ain't had no cell phone, and you just had to be back at the house when the street light came on.
How about that?
I guess I'm a little bit older than you is, but that's all right.
You start no calamity.
Oh, look! I'm 50. Watch out there now. Yeah, I'm scared for the children. And then you're talking about the orgy at the Vatican City. Oh Lord, for real? But you know what I have to say about that? Me? Hold on. They are just men.
Exactly.
And to me, when you take that oath to be a spokesperson for the Almighty, and you give up physical pleasure, why is you not giving it up if you steady doing the dang old thing?
Oh.
Contradiction.
Oh.
Contradictions, maybe? I
How
don't
about
know.
that?
Maybe they need to go back and revisit the whole priests got to be celibates.
You know what? I believe so too, because I think that I mean, on the surface I get it what the vow was supposed to mean. However, we're talking about someone who was human. And how can you sit down here and be a reverend or a priest or whatever, and then you're going to be counseling marriages and carrying on? You want to tell
and you don't have any.
Yeah, you have no point of reference anymore, or
exactly.
or even to speak on that in stirring up urges in you, because you're still human. The human body is designed to have that kind of touch and carrying on. And with men, honey, if you don't sit down there and have sex on the regular, because now here's something that needs to be shared, because all the medical annals and stuff are saying that men need to have a release. They have to have an ejaculation because the sperm has to reproduce. And,
right.
and it has to sit down there, and it's a cleansing mechanism for the body. So it has to, all of the old has to come out so that the new can be refreshed and be replenished. That's what this is all about. So if we do not sit down here and do it in wonderful surroundings or whatever, or have that glorious time, then, darling, what's going to happen is we have a lot of nocturnal emissions, honey, a.k.a. the flamboyant wet dream, where you have to sit down here and get your damn sheets and things. So if you don't do it, the body is going to do it on its own. And then the thing of it is, it becomes frustration, because one of the things that has been said about sex, particularly with men, is that the human touch, honey, is necessary to relieve stress. It is also for exercise and carrying on, for mental stimulation. And wait a minute, it was another one that when I heard it shocked me, and I'm trying to get it. I got to find that article, but there's a lot of health benefits that go along with that. So you talking about these children who take that vow of chastity, you know, they're denying that part of them that makes them who they are. And then here's the thing. How is it that a whole religion, the people who you sit down and claim to be your elders or whatever, they tell you that you can't have an abortion, but yet they deny the right to have kids. Or they deny their right to have children, all in the name of saying, oh, I'm doing this for God. And yet the Bible, since you want to teach this, says that you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply.
Oh, there you go, making perfect sense again. You better cut that out.
No, no, and I want folks to. The reason why this is a point is because for too many times we have folks who sit down here and want to chastise others, and yet they're not walking that particular walk. You know, the walk that they have is a little bit that way. It becomes
hypocrisy. You know, at the minimum, I think at its best, it just becomes a flat out lie. It's more than hypocrisy. At its best, it just becomes a flat out lie. Do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. And we just don't get it. I don't get it. And so when we have those kinds of issues, then it becomes, wow, what do we do? Because the other thing with the whole Vatican and the orgy party and carrying on, those are all men. They didn't have no girls there. So for the Vatican to sit down here and to have these kind of these sex orgies and carrying on with all these drugs, and it's done in, you know, between all men in this little homosexual sex. Okay, and I say it like that on purpose. What are you saying? Because everything about you says that my culture is an abomination. You sit down there and advocate, and you have your followers that want to sit down there and say you're supposed to throw stones at us because you are still living in the Old Testament and things. Y'all will sit down there and crucify us and say that we are not supposed to this, that, and the other, but yet you in the dark and at the Vatican, honey, this is the capital city. Okay, this is supposed to be the Holy Land, and all this is going on in the Holy Land, and now, you know, it's being exposed and carrying on. Now, how come they ain't gonna burn in hell? What a burn in hell situation for them? Okay, or do they just got to say because it was however many folks were there, they got to say if it was 50 folks, you got to say 100 Hail Marys, 2 for each person, and be blessed and don't sin again. Really, until the next time, and then wink, wink, the next party going to be next Saturday, 7 o'clock. Wink, wink. Okay. And the whole eyes wide shut kind of thing. So, you know, it becomes hypocrisy, and it just, you know, it just becomes that way, and it's frustrating in a lot of cases because what do we do? How do we go about making this happen or having this particular discussion without folks getting in their feelings? Because I know I will at a point, because when I start to hear stupid shit, I will get into my feelings because it just doesn't make sense. But if we could take our feelings out of it and sit down and say, okay, listen, let's have this discussion. But is the discussion going to be, you know, well worth it or well rounded? Because it's all kind of going to come from a place of I'm right, and because I'm saved, quote unquote, and I sin no more, quote unquote, God don't see my mistakes because I'm covered in the blood. Really? Really? Because, you know, it becomes that whole big old conversation. And again, do as I say, not as I do. So is this religious control, or are you actually on the quest to have my eternal soul at the helm of your leadership? You know, I'm following you. You're my leader, but you claim you're concerned about my soul, really. And this is the best you got to offer. You can't, no. Hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. If any of you who are listening, the number to call is 347-205-9183. I was on Facebook Live last night, and my phone was going out. I had to cut it short because I ran out of power. Told you, if you guys call in today, we can start, you know, we can continue our discussion. And this is another installment of my Growing Old Gatefully campaign, where we wanted to talk about those things about being LGBT and aging, because the community does not, it's a young culture. The culture itself thrives off of the youth of itself. And we have not put any provisions in place for when we age. You know what I'm saying? And that's our fault, because when we were, you know, when we first came out or whatever, honey, the world was at our fingertips and things. And, you know, when I was flipping and dipping and had my hair fried down and pin curl to the side and this, that, and the other, and blow it out here, and you got your perm so that you can go dance it out and carry it on. When we did all that, we did not think about what the cost would be for getting older, and now here we are, those of us who are over 45. I'm going to say 45. I'm going to leave it at 45 because 40s, they start to get it. But once you hit 45 and you realize you almost at 50, and those of us who are stepped there, those who are made across 50 and beyond, then it becomes, okay, what do we do at this particular point? Because going out to the clubs, honey, has become a thing of the past for the most part. But because that's all the club that our culture offers in bulk, that tends to be the thing to do. I don't go out much anymore. Like, now y'all know Detroit. Back in the mid-'80s, early '90s, a bitch was at the club 7 days a week because there was something to do all 7 days. Okay?
7 days. And twice
all
on Sunday.
7 days, honey. And twice on Fridays and Saturdays because we had the after hours, bitch. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So, with that, I got burned out very early. I remember the queen sitting up there. She told me that sitting on that bar stool, she said, honey, I'm telling you this now. She said, this is going to get old real quick. And I was like, and I told her this. I said, girl, what do you mean? This is the club. This is fabulous, honey. Okay, the club will never get old. Bitch, 5 years later, honey, I was done. Okay. I
didn't know that leg up aside no more, huh? Okay. Ha, 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 bitch. I know. I was right there with you. Hold up.
Okay. So, and then when it got old, then it became, okay, what do we do as an alternative? Now, how about that? The alternative got to have an alternative. Okay.
How about it?
And we have nothing in that. We have not made the adequate provisions, to care for our elderly LGBT folks. We have nothing in place. As fabulous as we are, and as much as the country seems to think that the LGBT community has got all this power, we do have a lot of political power, but that there is as a whole. Okay, because our Caucasian counterparts are more political than people of color. Okay, so they're the ones who are out there on their forefront in numbers, and they can rally, they can get sponsorship and this, that, and the other. But we have not taken that same amount of energy to create LGBT senior citizen facilities and carrying on in the numbers that we ought to have them. Now, there's an organization called SAGE, and it is, I forgot what the acronym stands for, but it's basically an organization for senior citizens or those who have AIDS. And basically, I think in order to become a member, you have to be at least kind of like the AARP or gay AARP, over 50, maybe 60 or whatever, in order to get into this particular organization. And, they find resources and try to come up with little activities and things that is outside of the bar, because most of us have gotten away from it. Or, for those who may have a problem, hell, the bar did do you no good because, shit, you became an alcoholic, and so you in 12 steps, and you're trying to stay clean, and, the whole bar culture didn't do you any good. So trying to find an alternative so that you can still be active in the community or just be active in life, period,
right,
has always been an answer, or the challenge. And with people of color, particularly African Americans, we do not have anything in place, child, outside of traveling. Now, it was said to me that, what we end up doing is just that. We would go out and go travel, do your dirt in other cities and stuff, and you can still be fabulous and carrying on because it's all about being fabulous, bitch. Because I could travel to go to Montego Bay or over to Africa or over to Amsterdam and shit. And see, when you come and tell a story, honey, the kids sit up there and figure that you're being fabulous. and things that you know, oh, she's spending, keep traveling the world, honey. And that's cute that folks see it that way. But oftentimes, honey, this is a bucket. You know, folks are sitting up there trying to, you know, fulfill their bucket list and carry it on, and not realizing what the significance of these particular trips are, because we don't have the conversation. All we know is I'm just trying to be fabulous, you know. And you know, and to be fair, maybe the conversation is not warranted because I don't need you in my business like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a side to that coin that needs to be explored as well. But at the same time, on the surface, we have not fulfilled that. You know, our heteroattractional counterparts, you know, everything is there. Someone has said to me, you know, that straight folks ought to have a straight pride. I said, for what? Everything is already straight. The pride of straight, honey, that we don't need no pride for that. The whole idea that gay pride got started was to recognize that we were a part of civilization, because for so long everybody wanted us to be the castaways. You know, it's kind of like, you see how they got the Special Olympics? Because we wanted to show the world that those who have disabilities, honey, are still human, and they're people too. And yet they may do stuff a little differently, but they can achieve this and they can achieve that. So the Special Olympics, honey, is just that. It is to show that, you know, these folks, if given an opportunity, can do the same things, okay? So that's what gay pride was, you know. It was to show that, yes, we're here in numbers. You know, folks who you never thought is. You know, we do have a lot of friends and a lot of allies and supporters. So that's what this is supposed to be about, you know. But because people are not really wanting to allow us the advantages of what it is to take it across the board is what I'm saying. You know, the advantages of adoption and things. A lot of that stuff we have to fight for. You know, look at our straight counterparts who are single and they want children, and how hard that is for straight people, single straight people, to adopt. You could become foster parents all day, but to adopt, there's a whole other thing, and it's even that much more difficult for persons who are not pleasing to the mainstream's eye. Okay, you are degenerate. You are someone who is not supposed to have X, Y, and Z. So that's why these things become important. But yet, in their importance, we end up adulterating it, because now, you know, you let your laundry out in the street. You got your business in the street, baby. I do not like to see a pride where, I mean, I get it. When I was in New York, when I lived there back in '95, and that was my first New York gay pride. And you had dykes on bikes and carrying on, and these bitches rolling around the street with topless, all the titties singing and things. And I was like, okay, I get it that you're trying to be free and this, that, and the other, but now you know, where is the line? Where is the line of decency and carrying on? And then now, because I'm pointing them out, I'm gonna go to our heteroattractional counterparts, because this here has been the argument about straight girls and stuff. Why she got to have that mini dress on? Because hell, she knew what she was doing when she wore that. She asking for attention. If something happened to her, she knows it's going to happen to her because she asked for it. Why she wearing something like that? You know, so it becomes a double-edged sword. You know, where is the line of respect? I know I can't stand to see bitches nowadays in these damn little pin dresses or whatever, pencil dresses that's clinging, carrying on. And every 2 minutes they got to pull the bitch down because it keeps rising. You know that bitch is going to rise. What the hell you wearing? Trying to keep your panties from being seen and carrying on. Stop it. Stop it. So, yeah. So that there is what's going on here in the world. So, yeah, for those of you who are on that, if you want to come on in on that conversation, please feel free to do so, and we will move on from there. So, yeah. So was there anything else you wanted to give us today, Miss Woman?
Baby, I just enjoy you. How about that?
You know, I don't tell me.
It's been many, hold on. It's been many moves. Hello?
Right.
I remember you in them little red shorts. And all them legs. I said, look at that tall drink of water there. We met in the speech class. I think I stood up to the board and said, your car is on the lawn.
Your car is on the lawn, honey. I would never forget that, big.
You said a 5-minute introduction speech. I only get 5 minutes? Oh, okay. All right, then. I can do a high five. I can tell you about me. Have mercy. Have mercy. Have mercy.
Yeah. Now the baby 30, honey. So, ooh.
What baby 30?
Yeah,
the girl 31. She's 31.
Oh, 31. Right.
31. She was in the stroller when we met. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. How about it?
Right. How about it? Just like that. Just like that. I just want to wrap her up and swatter her with love and kisses and feed her some sandwiches, but I'm in Birmingham. So I got to do what I got to do.
Listen here. You're going to always be a mama.
Yeah.
You're going to always be a mama. But she's a woman now, and she's a grown woman.
She's a grown woman.
Now
31 years old.
And make her mistakes and learn her lessons in only the way that she know how to do it.
Exactly.
Because it's her life. It's hers.
Exactly.
So,
it's hers.
You know, and here, this is a wonderful topic, because oftentimes, you know, when we deal with children and we deal with people who we love and want to have in our lives, and I know I struggle with this a lot, because I tell my babies and Carrie, now, I want you to be everything I see him. Oh my God, that's the line from the song, honey. The feeling we once had, honey, from the Wiz. I just want you to be everything I see in my dreams. You know, I'm getting a little perclipped with that one. Because
hold on, we at the dinner table at the beginning of the movie. Oh Lord,
you know, baby.
Oh baby, I just watched it day before yesterday. I sure did. That was my 4th of July. Baby, you can't win. Don't look. Slide some more to me. She said, "Well, we at the beginning at the dinner table. At the dinner table for she take the garbage out and get caught up by the snow. Her and that little dog. Yes, right.
I am one who that song means so much to me, and then for Stephanie to play Aunt Em in the live, honey, and to have her sing that song, child, it just moves me.
It was all of that for me.
Okay.
It was all of that for me. It went too fast for me. It went way too fast for me. You know, I see it in a lighting, a director, an actor type of view. I saw it in all kind of ways. In the first half, I was like, whoever's in charge of lighting needs to be fired, because this is so poorly lit. It was wearing my nerves. It was wearing my nerves, and all of that whirlwind dance, and that was extra. That was a scene they could have cut that.
Well, they needed the tornado, baby.
They needed the tornado. Okay, they did a people tornado. Okay.
Right.
The dancers, they got showcase the dancers. Okay, right.
Right, because now at the same time, you know, unfortunately, well, no, it's not unfortunate, because when Stephanie did it, you know, and it was a production on stage, they had to show the tornado. So the dancers, you know, all the twirling was a tornado. You know how they got caught up. So here we have Cirque du Soleil, honey. They took it a step up, you know, to give it that power that they needed, you know, with the acrobats, and then they flipping off through the wind and carrying on. So that was cute. But
it was cute.
Often, with that particular production, you know, the point that I'm making is when we come to our kids and carrying on, just like with the Wiz, you know, the message in that. You know, when I am had to tell, in the movie version, I love how Teresa Merritt said that, honey. You know, you honey, listen, you got to get up here and go beyond 25th Street. Okay?
See? Like that.
You got to go east of 125th Street, baby. You got to go do that. You got to get out there and tackle that world, honey. You got to get out there. And then in the movie, when Dorothy realizes that, you know, it's a whole world out there. Woo!
Right.
Okay.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Exactly. And so us as parents, whether we're biological or adoptive or pseudo-parents or whatever, or just those of us who exude the meaning of being the village, okay, there is a hard lesson because you see so much for the babies, but yet when they don't see it for themselves, honey, ain't nothing you can do until they get it. And we have to sit back and let them make their own mistakes and carry on. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Hold up. Ain't nothing worse than your mama calling you talking shit about your child. Oh, Jesus. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Not a break? A break?
Yeah. And you know, my mama, I know where I got my funny from. I got it from my mama, because my mama, she got jokes. Oh, she got jokes. Your child gonna come ringing my doorbell at 1 o'clock in the morning, all drunk and high. I'm like, Mama, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm not in Detroit. Well, you know she work at Family Dollar on 6 Mile. I say, now, how am I supposed to know that? I say, she ain't returned my call since June the 22nd.
Because she's a grown woman.
Yeah, I've made my peace with it. I can't pray and worry, and I choose pray. How about that? I'm all good. I'm all good. I am all good. I've let it go. I feel so light, baby.
And that there is where it is. She's making her own, and she's doing what she has to do and things, and that there be that. And that there is one of the lessons that I think is probably hardest for loving, caring parents. And I say that because those of us who had those kind of parents who were a bit abrasive, and we didn't understand why they were abrasive or whatever, it's because for whatever reasons, you know, they in their own way prepare us for the hardships, and we didn't get it then. So those of us who had loving parents who were all smothering and carrying on that you couldn't stand because they was always on you, always wanted to do this, and, oh, come here, baby, give me my sugar. You know, those are the parents, honey, who have the hardest time letting go because they want to protect. They want to make sure that everything. Those are the fixers, and I'm a girl. Oh Lord, I know I'm one who wants to fix it. You know.
Come on, Pot, talking to the kettle. Come on with it, here.
Okay, I'm a fixer, honey, and I want to make sure everything is right and carried on because you know those are my babies, and you know
they grown. They grown as hell. Hell, they grown as you. How about that?
You know what? And here's the thing. And see, dealing with that, this goes back into the whole growing old gayfully kind of thing because a lot of us, you know, have become parents. You know, we gay parents and carrying on. We took a lot of people up under our wings and all of that. And oftentimes, like most of my kids are older than me.
Right.
Okay. And folks are like, how did that happen? Because I've been out the longest. I was the one who was out and about and sitting and slutting and snapping and kicking and twirling.
Right.
Like 4 or 5 years before these kids came out. So I had to guide them along the ropes. You know, who to hang out with. Don't fuck with that one over there, honey, because that one will get you in trouble. And then my eldest child, Lord have mercy, my eldest child, of course, was the one to defy everything I said. You know, I said, don't fuck with this one. What the hell this bitch do? That's the one she go running to, child. As soon as I turn my back, this bitch go running over here. I said, didn't I tell you don't fuck with this one because this bitch like to pop her goddamn trunk and beat bitches with crowbars? Okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let that bitch pop a crowbar on you, honey. That's going to be your ass. But secretly in the back of my head, know what I did do? I went over to that bitch. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, my baby got one time to come home and tell me something, and I'm coming to you. You understand me? But that was done in secret, and Pete didn't know I did that. He didn't know I did that. But, yeah, I yeah. Okay. So, you know, those are the kinds of things that we do. So as parents, honey, we got to let them have their life. Because I tell this to folks all the time who have problems with the gay thing. You know, when they have problems with, I didn't raise my child to be this. I said, honey, what have you done in your life that made your parents proud? Did you do everything that your mom and daddy tell you to do? Did you like every boy, every girl that your mom and daddy said you supposed to like? Did you bring home every person that your mom and daddy said to do? This is the one they wanted you with. Did you take that job that they say they wanted you to have? No, you did what the fuck you wanted to do, didn't you? Why? Because it's your life. If it's yours, how come this child can't have theirs? Whether you like it or not, I mean, support it. All they want is support, and say, just be here for me. Okay, I don't need. And the problem is, oftentimes, you know, they don't want us to fix it. They just want us to be there. And then we have to learn. If you keep fixing it, they never learn the lesson.
Exactly.
They never learn it. So you got to let them bump their head, honey. You got to let them burn it. Sometimes they may break an arm. Okay? You know how kids do when they get to climb the damn tree and shit until the bitch bastard fall out of it and break his arm. Yeah. Okay? But even still, that ain't no guarantee he going to stop. I know several friends of mine who got up in trees and fell out, broke an arm, broke a leg. And as soon as they healed, what the hell did they do? They thought they were Tarzan. Got their head right back up in the damn tree.
I was climbing on top of the garage. I was a tomboy, so yeah, I understand.
So I was on top of the garage, and we sit up there on the second or third level of a house, jumping off the house onto mattresses so we could spring and bounce and shit. And of course, my ass missed the damn mattress.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. That's a lot right there. That's a lot right there.
But that was enough for me. You know, that was enough for me because I didn't like skinning up my legs and carrying on. I was too prissy for that. I didn't like all that. You know. But you know, our children need to be. We need to allow them to be themselves, and we have to trust that what we taught them, is going to stick. What you taught them as a parent, you have to trust your parenting skills, honey, and then let them go. Trust it. Because every now and again, honey, trust. Because you and I both do it, child. If my mama seen me like this, she'd be beating my ass right about now. And we know it. We know it. And our kids do the same thing, child. So-and-so said to child, oh, I can't let them do this. You know. You know. So that's what we have to do, honey. And it's a hard pill to swallow. And for those of you, all of you who are listening, honey, who are parents and carrying on, you know, we have to allow our children to be themselves. You may not like it, especially if you do not like the person that they have become. You love them dearly, but there are moments, honey, when you can sit down and say, you know what, I love you with all of my heart and soul, but I can't stand your ass.
I don't like you at all. I don't like you. Now, nobody pay me to like you. I don't like you.
You know, I do not. And until you do better, honey, you go on to do that. You know, you go do that. And that's not to say that. And then oftentimes too, see, here's a pill that a lot of us are not ready for, because oftentimes it feels as though that you are throwing the child away, and it's not throwing them away. What it is, they have to get it on their own. Mm-hmm. Exercise, what folks say tough, what they call tough love. No, it's not tough. What it is, honey, is sitting up there. It's protection. You gonna sit down here and do what you gonna do, and mamas done told us all the time, honey. You can't do that up under my roof. When you get your own, honey, is when you sit down there and do this. Well, the time for you it has come for you to go get your own place. Ain't that what Aunt M told Dorothy in the movie? Now, you were told her to get a place of your own. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You and your little dog.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, and it's that time. So it was, you know, she pushed her out the house, because had she not, she wasn't going no damn where.
No damn where. You know,
comfortable. You see, she couldn't even sit down and have dinner. This is a beautiful analogy, honey. I didn't think we were going to end up using the wheels as a teaching tool. However, you know, you see in the movie, honey, Miss Dorothy, she's so busy trying to be Miss the helpful Anne. You know, she couldn't sit down and enjoy dinner. You know, she was always fixing it on the go, but that's because she did not take time out for herself. None of that. Any of that. You know, in any of that. You know, everything was all about making sure everybody else was happy. And most of that was because she did not know what her happiness was outside of the damn dog, because she didn't come alive there until the dog ran out the damn house.
Exactly.
You saw what her priorities were, you know, with the dog.
And who go out in the snow with shoes on? Nobody.
Right, child, and then she ran after that dog, child, please, in the blizzard. Now, you knew the blizzard was coming, but you so much. Knew the blizzard was coming. The dog ran out. That dog would have been good. Shit, told him to ran out, and he'll be back.
Exactly. His ass get cold and come right up under the house, I'm sure.
Okay.
Just like that. Just like that.
You know, so yeah, that there is the beauty of that, and that there, you know, speaks to who we are as a people, and that there showed us where her priorities were, and it was never on herself. And so Aunt M and Uncle Henry had to teach her, the thing, honey, you're a young woman. It's time for you to get out and to explore the world, honey. You need to build a life for yourself. Uncle Henry and me done did this thing already, honey. You in our house, we got it already. We're going to be here. I know it's scary, but you got to go get that. You got to go grab it by the horns, honey. It may throw you around. It may even jab you at times, you know. But the point is to get back up off of it. Get back up. And, honey, yes, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing. Let's do it. And that there is one of the things, honey, that oh, wow, this is such a teachable moment. Girl, did you just pull the wheel top teachable moment? How? Okay. Next time we'll do a Color Girls moment. Okay, now come on, Miss Green. You know I'm Miss Green. I have loved you insidiously, honey.
Oh, baby. Oh, and a day. Oh, I've been stood up 4 times, left 7 packages on your doorstep. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Lord.
Okay, you know what? That's going to be the new tea, honey. We're going to sit down here and do the cinema tea, honey.
All right. I'm down.
Like the lesson in the movie, honey. Because that there is hot. That there is hot because, see, oftentimes folks don't realize how we going. Those of us who are of the theater, those of us who are LGBT and carrying on, while we go around quoting movie lines and stuff all the time. Honey, oh, this reminds me of so and so when she said this, and this, because all of this stuff has meaning and it has a purpose in it, and it's used as a tool, honey, to where you can pull strength from. I'm reminded of Tu Wong Fu. When the children sat up there with Miss Bobby Ray, honey, and got her together, she said there, she said, I'm not Miss Ann Baxter. She said, no wonder you're not her, but you're going to pull from her. Take her strength. Take this, what you can learn from her, honey, and use it and make it your own. Because you're trying to go after this man, honey, and this, that, and the third. So that was everything to me. You're going to pull out Miss Tu Wong Fu, how to kind of feel her a little bit. But it takes those kinds of things in order to be teaching tools, and I really believe we got to start going back into that. Remember when we were in high school? No, actually this was middle school. When we used to no, not the after school special, but they used to have the little movies that used to come on at night. And we used to get the little readers that had the script in them, and we would read the story and stuff. And then our homework was to watch the movie.
Right.
And then we had to write a paper about it, what it meant, and how it touched us. We need those kinds of things. We need those again. And if we don't have the right...
I've seen the commercial. I've seen the commercial for, what's it called? It's called The Little Passport, where the kids get something from each country, and, it's a little worksheet, and go on your tablet or whatever and do the little exercises and things. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. I didn't stop seeing the one about your baby can read. I guess babies ain't as smart as they used to be. It was a good fun though. Babies really can't read though. It's the parents that work with the children that make them learn how to read. It's just that simple. My baby can read when she was 3 because I read to her every night.
I was one of those ones I was reading at 3 too. Yeah, Mama did that with me, and I was reading the newspaper. And that's how my vocabulary would build up, whatever, because I was always reading stuff that was beyond my years. Right. My nephew is like that now. My nephew, this little boy, honey, this little boy here is just wow. All of my nieces and nephews, honey, are phenomenally intelligent. Okay?
Right.
Wait a minute, that's a problem. I just set my chest stick out for that. All my titties have rose to attention that. My chest is out for that one. All of my nieces and nephews, honey, are absolutely phenomenal in their intelligence. I'm going to highlight Malik, who is, no, he's not the baby. O2 is the baby now. But Malik is second to the last of my mother's grandchildren.
Okay.
Because he's a twin and his sister's older. But Malik has, his intelligence is so to where, because he has his siblings, besides his twin, he has 2 older siblings, honey, who are 9 years his senior. Okay?
Right.
So a lot of the teachers were complaining to his mother that his vocabulary, honey, was that a 9-year-old shouldn't be talking.
Exactly.
And my mother had to tell, not my mother, his mother, my sister, had to tell the teacher, child, please, what did you think? His brother and sister are 9 years older, So, yes, he's going to learn and this, that, and that. He's going to learn how to reason. He's going to learn how to have intelligent, almost adult-like conversations because he's dealing with teenagers, older teenagers.
Right.
So,
and he already seen the mistakes, what not to do.
How about that?
Don't go left at that corner, go right. He already knows. The pitfalls have already been pressed out for him.
So with that, you know, a lot of us, we've got to be on that because, you know, education is paramount in my family. Paramount. Okay? There is no discussion about it, honey. No. There is no discussion. And the irony to that is that not all of my siblings had graduated high school, you know, but in that they were able to still to show that they are intelligent people. Because my siblings, you know, when the educational system started to crash, child, they were just passing folks through the grade system just to be passing them through, and they wasn't teaching them anything. So then the classes got boring. So I was like, okay, what the hell am I here for? You know, just to get a piece of paper that's not going to mean anything, because now the high school diploma is now defunct, honey. You have to get a 2-year degree. You need an associate's degree is now the new high school diploma.
How about it?
The associate's degree, a 2-year college degree, is the new high school diploma.
Wow.
So, yeah, something to think about. But here, on that note, honey, let's sit down here. And I'm going to prepare. I got to sit down here. You just, you know, we're going to go into the whole cinema tea, honey. And I'm going to pick a new movie, honey, to use as a teaching tool. I'm going to dedicate the whole show to that. That's going to be the teaching tool. And then we'll do it. That's going to be a hot little show. Okay. And on that, yeah, we'll get things started. Because I got to come out of my clothes, put on my house coat. I got a cocktail here. I am off. Okay, I've earned these next few little off days or whatever, child. I have to sit down here and kick back. We got the cables again, honey, so I'm pretty good. I done recorded some shit, so I call up on Greenleaf, child. The call up on my Greenleaf, and I done call up on my Queen Sugar, okay? So now we're going to catch up on Miss Power and call it Grace. Oh, darling. Yes, ma'am.
All right. I ain't seen none of them shows you said, but that's okay.
Really? Oh, did you wait?
I got basic cable. I ain't got no Stars or HBO or nothing like that.
That's all right because Power come on. One of the other two come on. That's Oprah. Those are Oprah shows. And honey, yeah, okay. Let me tell you something good. Wait till they come out on DVD. I think I found your Christmas gift because I'm telling you, sweetie. When you get into them, your life is going to change.
All right, I hear you.
Yeah, because the writing is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. We got some really good quality television coming back again, and that's fabulous. So, all right, let me get off of here and get the rest of my day started, honey, because I got my cocktail here, baby. And for those of you who are asking, what am I sipping on? It's Pinnacle Vodka. It's Kiwi Strawberry Pinnacle Vodka. And I've mixed that with some cherry Moscato wine. Yes. Oh, yeah. So we're going to do all that. Okay. So with that, my darlings, honey, thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are listening by computer, I thank you for your love and your support. If you need to contact me, please call. You can. I'm going to call in now. But you can call me. Y'all can find my number. But you can email me at Big Meach, BIGMEACH @dishingtea.com, or simply just go to the website dishingtea.com, and everything you need to get a hold of me is there on the website. If you are a new artist out there, because I'm looking for new artists, we're doing a new artist showcase. Does sound familiar? We're doing a new artist showcase, and I'm looking for all of you independent artists out there who want to just get folks to hear your music or whatever. You can send that in to me. That there, again, Big Meach, BIG for girl, MEACH @dishingtea.com. Send it on over, and we will then move forward in that. So on that note, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darling, with Big Meach, honey. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But you know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, this thing here that I'm doing will move forward. And on that note, honey, wait, I think let me let y'all go on. I'm going to go ahead on that with this.
The time